Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Curse 20. Today, we're just gonna hang out while I do some prepping for my future homebrew campaign, Outer DM. You might have seen some videos on the channel coming out about some character concepts, us talking about how we want to deal with hyperspace in the world, things like that. Go check them out on our YouTube channel. Unfortunately, it's not dead, the campaign. We had a friend who had to step away from the table for a little bit, and it doesn't make sense to play this world that we've all started designing together without him. So we're gonna switch gears after the end of our current Weeping Tree campaign, um, and we're gonna be playing another established module. I won't say which one. We'll kind of let you guys figure out through the campaign. Um, and don't worry, I'll be doing my best to make it unique. I'll be changing a bunch of things in it already and stuff like that. But I had some thoughts about Autodium that's been rolling around in my head, and I thought today I just kind of put them to paper, put them in my little OneNote thing, and try to organize it. And I'm just taking this opportunity to flesh out the world even more, make it as real um, and alive and vibrant as I can when we eventually get there. So today, kind of just putting down. I made a video about it before about some of the different kingdoms and how they and who they're friends with in Autodium. So today I'm just gonna kind of put that into the OneNote and then maybe come up with a couple of other little ideas that I can express and use the camera time almost as like a way to bounce ideas off myself, I guess. So we're gonna go ahead and just kind of get some of this, like I said, some of this stuff kind of put into the OneNote. If I go quiet, sorry. Yeah. So we have the planet Addo, which is also where the head of the UWG is, but Addo actually has an independent government, and they are dominated mostly by humans and Asimir, however you pronounce that. But those are like the main people there. But there's obviously people from there's all it'll be filled with like old species uh from the universe. I don't know if I've talked about the history about Outer a little bit. So it takes place in an alternate version of our reality where we found where we found dwarves and elves and stuff like that, and humans and all these traditional D&D races came together and between magic and ingenuity was able to start exploring the galaxy and then eventually different galaxies. And you fast forward like 20,000 years in the future, and they've completely colonized a new galaxy, and they're the new people in the galaxy. And then all I'm using Star Wars 5e races, and I'm just gonna reskin them and rename them. And I'm gonna pick like 10 to 12 of those, and those will be old people in the galaxy, and so that'll create some conflict, I think, within the story between the old people and the new peoples, and who realistically should be in control of the galaxy and all that stuff like that. So Outer Diem is going to be filled with a bunch of the old races and all of the new races, but it's mainly dominated by humans and Asimar. That'll be the planet Addo. You have the kingdom Hefsuis. It'll be mainly known for uh, a lot of hard workers. So I tried to give them all the kingdoms like and a framework to work around. I tried to give them one good quality to kind of guide how I work the kingdom and one bad quality. So the elf kingdoms are known as a lot of hard workers, but they're loveless. They don't have They're not kind. They don't like that. The elves are gonna be a very probably rich kingdom in a lot of ways, and they don't help the galaxy out in any way. They don't contribute to the UWG, which is like think of it as like the UN effort of the galaxy. They are kind of like isolated that way. They don't show loves. And then the next kingdom will be uh Asmeria. Miria. And then they are gonna be? I said that they were halflings. They are known to be very enduring, and they've gone through a lot of troubles and hard times, and they're known to endure through that. It's a very enduring quality. Um, I'm gonna put as like a bad quality. I'm going to put like isolated, untrusting. Yeah, so I'm gonna put them as untrusting just because they've been like picked on and attacked so much. So then from there we'll go. What other kingdom did I create? Gay Mardigo. I don't know why I said it like that. I don't know if that's how I'll say it every time. They are gonna be. Let's make them Dragonborn. That's what I had them down as. And I will say they're real loyal to each other. They show a lot of loyalty, but they're almost cultish in the way that they express that. Uh, Tiara, Tiara, and I do have a video out where I've already talked about all these kingdoms, and I've talked about which ones like each ones and who's friends with who in those kingdoms, what alliances exist and whatnot. Oh, I was gonna use this to clean that. I'll do that later. Um, things of that sort. So yeah, go check that video out if you're interested. Um, this is Thyaria is gonna be Fae, the Fae Kingdom. They're gonna be known as super loving, but super immoral. Um, I like that. I like how that'll be fun to play. That'll be fun. That will be fun. Let's see who's next after Thyaria is Dracissa, uh, another human planet. And I might change that because I already have humans. I might find another D&D race to make this as. But as of right now, I have them as humans, subject to change. Um, yeah. Or I just make them humans and I make Ado all races. All races and mainly Asimir. Add a file that was gonna be, I called it the Animal Kingdom. So it'll be all of your like Leonins, Tabaxis, Minotaurs, things of those type of sorts will be in this kingdom. And each kingdom will have like multiple planets and stuff in it too. So you could even have discourse within the kingdom, like here maybe the Tabaxi and the Leonins on two different planets within the kingdom, and they don't really like each other, and they still don't like each other on each other's planets, something along those lines. You know, who knows? Who knows? I still have to flesh out a lot of this stuff. Stuff that I was like super wanting to like work on, and now knowing that this campaign is going to be dead in the water probably for the rest of the year, just kind of has me like, I don't know how much work I want to put into it until I know that we're going to be closer to play it. You know, Dahlia, Olia will be. Oh, I didn't give. So let's do this. Let's go here, here. What did I give for uh call them faithful to each other? Create a universe big enough to run multiple campaigns into. It's like I have this story for what this campaign's gonna be, but I want to be able to come back to like this space campaign and be able to run like adventures before, after, even concurrent to this one if we wanted to. I want it to be feel so big and moving that anytime the guys want to play a space campaign, we can come back and play in this space campaign, if that makes sense. I was on Diolia. They were the Dwarf Kingdom. You have Og. which is gonna be a mixture of orcs and goblins. They kind of joined together. They are a good quality, let's say strong. And for a bad quality, let's say that they are misunderstood. Misunderstood. And then we'll go Odath. Odad. That's what I said, not Odath. Odad. And then that will be the Goliaths, Wanderers, and Traveler. We'll call them Travelers. And we'll go Raiders as like the bad quality of that version. And then my last kingdom I had down was Yugoloth, and they're going to be Tieflings. I wonder if I can move Tieflings up to here to the human one that I was having a hard time. Drissa. Let's do that. Let's make Tieflings in Drissa. Why did it not do what I wanted it to do? Something else, and then we will make Addo human and ASMR like I originally had planned. And we'll separate the goblins and the orcs. We'll separate the goblins and the orcs. I think that'll be better. Anyway. Don't you guys think that this will be better? Should have been playing music in the background. That'd be nice. Goblins. We'll put them down as we could put them down. What's a good quality we can give goblins? Overcomers and schemers. There we go. Cool. So I've even based off of what I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should have had 10 kingdoms. Should have had 10. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 11 kingdoms. So I got that all kind of written out. Again, you guys are just kind of hanging out with me while I do this. And then I want to create more. But I don't know. I'm not really feeling it right now, you know? Okay. Well, I think that's everything I have for now, guys. I thought that as I would be talking, I'd be able to start developing some more ideas, and I just haven't been able to really come up with anything. So hopefully you guys didn't mind just kind of hanging out with me as I organize my notes and the thoughts that I did have. I appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.